Hello everyone, welcome to the 5th edition of the Costa Brava Stage Run. I am Jordi Bici and together with my colleague Tomàs Llorens we are organizing as Be Free this great adventure in Costa Brava. Ahead we have a weekend where you will enjoy this beautiful scenery in Costa Brava, but you will also enjoy all the community, the fellow runners from 20 different nationalities. And also, if you make it to Portbou, if you make it to the end, you will have maybe the biggest and greatest paella, a paella for 300 people that you will enjoy very much. Okay, now talking a bit about the basics to survive on this weekend. You have a racebook. The racebook is the place where you can find whatever you need to survive to this weekend, okay? The first 2 pages, you can see there the basics of the CBSR, and now I'm going to tell you some things that we find really important. One of them is that we will give you a tracker on the check-in the first day. This tracker is to track you during the 3 days, and it's really important that you turn it on at the 10 minutes, for example, before the start of the stage. You have to check that the lights are blinking, and then you have to put it up on your backpack. That way it will have the best network coverage that it's needed to track you correctly. Then the other thing is the bib number. It's really important to put it here in the front and always visible so that we can check whatever we need with the runners. Also, we allow the changes from the long distance to the short distance. We understand that it can happen during the weekend. There's no problem. You can also withdraw. There's also no problem. But it's really important that you communicate it to us, to the organization. You have our telephone number here in the bib. You also have our email address. And you also know where we are. We are on the food stations, we are in the finish line, and we are in the hotels. It's really important that you tell us these changes because then we can organize everything that is needed. And those with the basic registration, it's really important because you have to give us back the tracker. And so if you are not staying with us in the hotel, we have to find a way so that you can give it us back. And also, to finish this little introduction, most of you have a GPS watch and you have the tracks from the stages. We send it to you by email and you also have them on our website. So please use it and put those tracks here in your GPS watch, because sometimes there are cases of unmarking during the stage. And before we can go and remark it, somebody can get lost. So yeah, please use it if you can. That's all for the basics. Now let's go with the technical briefing with Tomàs.
So hello, welcome. I'm Thomas, and with Jordi we organized the Costa Brava Stage Run. And I'm gonna do the technical briefing of the first stage. But first I'm going to start with a little introduction also. So first of all, if you see the profiles or the maps of the stages in the race map, in the race book, you'll see that we have different colors: the green, the red, the blue and the red, which are like the ski resorts in terms of difficulty. We do it to inform you of the difficulty of each part of the route. So in green, it's like promenades or sea walks and tarmac roads. So it's flat and fast to run. Then the blue, it's like coastal path and forestry roads. So they are also runnable, but sometimes with some uphill or downhill and not as easy as going in the green parts. And finally, the red, it's hiking trails and sand in the beach, which are more slow, and you need to think that in these parts it's going to be a bit more difficult. Also regarding the profiles and the map, we mark the cut-off times in two ways. First, from the timing from the start of the race, and also in time of the day. So if you follow your watch since the start, you can have it easily, but also if you say, okay, I have time until 2 o'clock to be in the second food station. There are the two cutoff times in the profiles. Then regarding also the uphill that we mark in the stage, the elevation gain, we have to say that in the coast, the up and downs are very small and fast, and the watch sometimes they do more uphill than what we say in the profile. This is because, well, it depends also on the watch, but when we take those tracks to Wikilog, it always says less than what it says when you are running live. So you need to take this into account. Maybe you are at kilometer 10 and you say, well, we already have 800 meters and the stage is 900. This is the reason. So we just say that for you to take this into account. Regarding the marking, we have the flags that they will be mainly in the beach. You'll see you need to follow these flags, and the ribbons that they are new, they are biocompostable, and they are red on both sides. So this is what you need to follow the track in the race. And finally, for stage 1 and 2, and also last stage, we will say it as well, we have an alternative plans in parts where we go very close to the sea in case of a storm. And then we will try to, if we use an alternative route, we'll try to say it the day before. But sometimes this is not possible because maybe on Saturday there is not storm, but on Sunday it's very difficult to go there. So if we cannot say it the day before, we will send a message on Telegram, and also on the food stations we will tell you that there's been a change, and that's it. It's just for you to know how we will proceed in case of an alternative plan. And let's go with the technical briefing of the first stage. Yeah, so we'll do these briefings this year on video because this way we think you can watch it with more calm before the stage and hear it very well, all the explanation. So that's how we will proceed this year. First stage is a short and intense stage from Blanes to Tossa de Mar. It's the same route for the 80K and the 120K. And we can divide it into 3 parts. The first part to Lloret de Mar, it's a very varied part where we have 2 gardens, the Botanical Garden of Marimurtra and the Tropical Garden of Pinya de Rosa. We have promenades, we have hiking trails. It's a bit of everything until Lloret de Mar. I think it's a good start to the race. And it's 9 kilometers, then you will find the first food station in Lloret de Mar. After the food station, you have to do all the sea walk of Lloret de Mar until the end, so you don't have to leave the sea. You go by the sea all the time, and then you continue by the sea on the coastal path, which I think it's one of the beautiful parts of this stage. And last year we couldn't do this part because there have been some rock falling, so we hope this year it's okay. And after the coastal path you have a big stairs until a residential area. Well, you will follow that residential area a bit up and down until the liquid station of Canyelles. This is a liquid station because it's only for hydration in case of it's very warm the day, and also some fruit that will be there, but it's not a complete food station. From there you have a big uphill on the road as well, and when you are on the top, then you go down through a forestry road that takes you to Cala Morisca, and there you need to go climbing a little bit through some rocks to leave the beach, and then you go down to another beach where you have some change to help you go down. So it's a part that it's a bit technical and challenging. But then on the beach, after a few 300 meters or 400 meters, you will find the third food station, well, the second food station and the third station of the stage, which is a complete one. And you need to recharge your energy here because last 4 kilometers from here to the end are very intense. There are lots of up and downs in a hiking trail. They are slow. It looks like never-ending up and down. And it's an intense stage because it's short and you are going to go fast. So you need to reserve some energy for that last part, which is the most challenging of the whole stage. Then when you arrive to Tossa de Mar, you'll see the walls of the castle, and you will need to turn right, and it will look like you have no living to there, but there's a hole in the wall. You need to go through that hole, and then you go up through a street that takes you up to the castle. Well, it's not a castle, it's a village. And then from there you go down to the promenade where we have the finish line. In the finish line we'll have all the food station, and just take into account that then there's a 10-minute walk more or less to the hotel. You can go following Google Maps, or we will mark also the route through the hotel. And I think that's it for the first stage. So good luck and see you in Tossa.